Good morning, you wonderful people. I want to talk for a minute about perfectionism. How many of you want to do something, but you're waiting for the right time? Or you go to do something, and 40% of the pieces you need in place to do it the way you want are not there, so you put it off. And then you get frustrated because you don't know when the next time you'll be able to do it will be. Or you just think about doing something, think of 3 reasons why it's not going to be ideal, and don't do it. And think about it often, several times a week, for weeks and weeks and weeks, and still never do it. Stop doing that. That's called perfectionism. And not only is it killing your chances of doing what you want to do, what you need to do, what the world needs you to do, but it's arrogant. It's selfish. Are you perfect? What are you perfect in? What do you do perfectly? Better than anyone in the world, as perfect as it can be. What? Tell me something you do that's just completely flawless. Something that you're able to do perfectly without making the slightest mistake. Can you name a bunch of things? No? Then why are you not doing those things that you need to do? Because the ideal circumstances are not there. If you're not perfect, who are you to demand the situation be perfect? It's complete arrogance, pride, selfishness. And you might not think of it that way. You might think, oh, yeah, I guess I'd rather just say I'm being a little bit too timid, or a little bit too concerned or worrisome or fearful. But no, at the bottom of all that, you're kind of fat, lazy, and selfish. And I don't mean I'm physically attacking the way you look, because I don't know the way you look, whoever is watching this. I mean, you're acting entitled. You're acting like a spoiled brat. You're acting like you don't have to move until the circumstances are perfect. And you know deep down inside, and if you don't, read some history, that nothing pretty much ever got done in ideal circumstances, that every one of the most amazing things in history was done often under horrible circumstances. If you're from America, like, look at the story of George Washington crossing the Delaware River in the middle of winter, in the middle of the most horrible weather, to try to go and surprise the British Christmas morning when they least expected anyone to come. Horrible circumstances. But that's just one little story. There's thousands of stories. And quote from General Patton is, he says, arguably one of the most effective U.S. generals in all of, again, U.S. history. If you're from other countries, then bear with me, but it's still a great story. But he said, he has some amazing quotes. Just look up George S. Patton quotes. But one of his quotes was, how did he say it? A good plan executed violently today is way better than a perfect plan executed tomorrow. And that's putting it lightly. Like, you got 50%, just do the stupid thing. Just do it. Do it as much as you can with 50%. And then tomorrow you'll have half of it done, and you can do the other 50%. Instead of spending the next 6 months, 2 years, 5 years telling yourself that you'll do it next time the ideal circumstances present themselves, and they never do. And you're so not focused on actually really doing it that even if they did come by briefly, you'd miss them, because all you do is make excuses. So rather than being hurt by these words, take it as an open door, a ticket, a free pass for you to do exactly what you've always been wanting to do. Because guess what? The only thing that's been stopping you is your own excuses. And your own excuses are pretty much the worst enemies. They're like those horrible friends who tell you to do the wrong thing, and then you end up in the back of a police car and suddenly they're nowhere to be found. Like, that's what your excuses are doing to you. So stop listening to your excuses and do the thing that you really want to do with less than perfect situation. And watch how the situation becomes more perfect as you do things. Because as you do things, you accomplish things, you grow, you learn, and your life changes, and suddenly you become stronger and more able to manipulate the circumstances in your favor. And the whole world changes. People see you're getting stuff done. People start trusting you. People start trusting you with more stuff. People start giving you stuff. People want to be around you. Like, when you do things, the whole world opens up. When you make excuses, your whole world shrinks a little bit and closes in on you and gets smaller until it gets so claustrophobic that you start having like little mini panic attacks, because deep down inside you know that you're not doing what you're supposed to do, what you're meant to do, what you want to do, but you're terrified to make that first step into doing something when the circumstances are not ideal. So here's your free pass, your ticket. When this video ends, go do the thing that you've always been wanting to do, because the only thing holding you back were those goofy pretend friends called excuses, and now you don't have to listen to them. Now you can just do it and watch the fear just melt away as you take one step after another. 5-10 steps in, the fear will be gone, and you'll be like, why didn't I do this 10 years ago? Oh my gosh. You're gonna have a great time. Go do it. Let me know how it works in the comments if you want. See you guys.